but you come like this.
It's okay.
Yeah.
This is video, so
Ah,
we can talk and you can
Nice.
talk about
I
mezcal.
I give you the mezcal tasting. It's
Okay.
different
Okay.
depending on the type of agave. You know.
Agave is
Agave is the
piña. Sí,
This
sí.
is the agave.
So can you describe what is mezcal?
Mezcal comes from the agave thing. It's kind of they got a lot of sugar on it.
Sugar.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's not sweet.
No, it's not sweet, but they have inside it a lot of sugar. That's why they came with the process.
Okay.
They distillate it with the distillation.
I see.
They got the sugar and they become the alcoholic thing.
Cool.
With the, yeah. But there's different kinds of agave. It depends on the agave,
Okay.
of the tasting.
Many different.
Tasting and many different
Okay.
ways to how it gets.
So normally people drink straight.
Yes, normally
Without
yes.
like
With
without
water maybe. Water, yeah, with water.
Coke or something, nothing.
Could be, but you don't mix it.
Okay.
You get this and then the water.
Okay.
And first
Okay.
you smell it when you get the before the sip. You smell it and you tell me how it smells for you.
Okay.
All right.
メスカルは、I speak Japanese, sorry.
Okay.
メスカルはオアハカの名産物で、テキーラと並ぶ2大。This is not tequila.
It's como tequila. It's
Como tequila.
It's like it's kind of tequila, the mezcal, but mezcal it's 100% organic.
Organic?
It's organic
Nice. No
because
chemical.
no chemical, and the way they use in mezcal, it's 100% with animals and not machines. I mean not machines. That's why tequila it's with machines. They got it with the industry with machine, and in mezcal it's not with machines. They got with the stone. With the stone, with the stone they smash the agave. Always. No, just one brand. It's industrial, but other ones never with the.
Around here, a lot of industry.
Yes.
A lot of mezcal producers.
In Matatlan. Matatlan is the name of the village, which is we say the world capital of mezcal.
Okay, cool.
It's not far from here. It's maybe half an hour from here.
Okay.
It's maybe 20 kilometers or something.
Okay, I'll go to.
Then you first you smell the mezcal.
Very
It
strong.
smells like this wood.
Wood.
Like wood fire thing. When you have this, we have to practice your Spanish.
True.
Cuando
Por favor.
quemas, cuando sabes qué es cocer. Cocer es como cuando agarras una fruta. When you get the fruit, you put it in the fire. Se cuece. It's cocer. It means that you put some fruit in the fire, and it get like burned. When you cook something, you put it in the fire. Se cocer. And it smells like agave cocido. Cocer agave cocido.
Very strong.
And
Alcohol.
and it's very important. We say mezcal. It's not like tequila, like how they drink tequila. Mezcal. We say you kiss the mezcal. You give kisses to mezcal, like kisses, because you.
Be soft.
Yeah, it's because you get like this wet software, and it goes like this, and you start to feel the first 3 sips is you don't. It's very hard to taste in the first 3 sips.
Okay.
In the first 3 sips, start very slow to get the flavor. After the 3, when it starts to get hot, you know.
But get used to it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
First one, you're totally okay.
Yeah. The fourth one, you start to taste the flavor, you know, like how they smell. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's,
Salud.
salud. Kanpai.
Kanpai.
Kanpai. But if you have tried different mezcales, you tried before mezcal, right?
Yeah, once or twice.
It's normally the mezcal is more strong. This is the soft one. If you can see, it's not too strong. There's so many mezcals which are like really strong. Even for Oaxacan people. Yeah.
Okay.
Here
I tried like mezcal con frutas. That's great.
That's nice.
Passion fruit and very fruity flavor.
Which one was your favorite there?
Passion fruit was great.
Passion fruit. In Spanish, which is the passion fruit? Sorry. Passion fruit.
Pequeña y yellow and like tsubu. A lot of seed, black seed. And
no, red or black seed? Passion
Black.
fruit. Let me see.
Black seed and orange.
Ya sé cuál es. Ha de ser en español se
¿Qué?
llama
¿Se llama?
maracuyá.
Maracuyá.
¿Maracuyá? Sí.
Sí.
Sí, maracuyá.
Sí, maracuyá.
Sí.
Me gusta maracuyá.
No sé, I didn't know the name in English. I like passion fruit. Maybe
Yeah.
passion
What
fruit.
is passion fruit?
Yeah. We have now I think it's passion fruit season here.
Oh, okay.
And there's many places you try the passion fruit water. Have you tried it? We do some.
I think so.
It's
Like
very nice one.
Fresca.
Agua fresca. Yeah, it's passion fruit water. It's very nice, very.
And I
sweet.
like that. I don't remember the name, but cacao and
Cacao.
white cacao. You mashed cacao.
No, I don't think it's cacao. Cacao is
No?
chocolate. Cacao is the chocolate.
Yeah, but people drink like
I know. With the red things.
yeah.
No, it's
that's
called
good.
tejate.
Yeah,
Tejate.
sí,
That's
sí.
delicious.
I like that.
Yeah. Also in the. I mean, even for Oaxacan people, which are from here, I drink tejate like every week. Every
Okay,
week.
that's not
every
cacao.
Week. It's made.
yes.
It's made from cacao, but they have different things. It's not just
Okay.
cacao. They have. It's cacao mixed with one flour. They smash the flour, and the taste is the flour and the cacao.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you see there how they do the masking, because they have on the top this.
Muscle?
No, it's
Mash?
masa. Se llama.
Masa?
Mas-
Muscle.
No, masa.
No.
No muscle. No, masa means
Masa.
you see when they serve you when you get the tejate, they put something in the top. You see it?
I don't remember well.
It's like fresh water, but in the top they put the cacao. They put cacao on the top, which is this like
Masa.
masa.
Okay.
That means masa. Like it's not water. It's kind of solid.
Okay.
That's masa. They do it with the elbow. Yeah,
I
with
see.
yeah, you should.
I didn't try this time yet.
You are very. I mean, this location it's very nice because it's very close from the main tourist walking street, and they have so many. They have really good tejate there, and it's very close from
Do you
here.
have any favorite person?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
You show me
for sure. It's,
one day.
it's very close from here.
This way?
You get out of here. You know where Santo Domingo Church is?
I think so.
Come on, you gotta get more local.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
and, after
I need
maybe
information.
I take one. I think we have maps here, and I show you in the map which are the best local places to get tejada,
Good.
to get Oaxacan food and stuff, and you
So
get
I can
the
make
real experience.
content.
Yes. And also how long you spent here before? The first time you come here?
First time I stayed here like less than 2 weeks.
Oh, not many time.
No,
You have to get
1 week, a little bit more.
You have to get to know real Oaxacan.
Yeah, and at that time I was with ex-boyfriend, so
Not very adventurous.
I couldn't talk with local people like this.
And get to know by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Last time,
That's why I prefer travel by myself.
and I love traveling by myself. After I went to Japan, because in Japan I went there with some friends, and also one ex-girlfriend was Japanese from there. She lives in Mexico, yeah. Before,
Where?
in Mexico City.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Ciudad de Mexico.
Ciudad de Mexico, but that was in
I didn't like Ciudad de Mexico too much.
too crowded, and
Gentes.
too honking and traffic.
Too much. And smog, like
Maybe
air
small.
pollution.
Yes.
Here a little bit because of autobus.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's okay.
But it's because this season, it's because it's starting to raining in the around Oaxaca. There's many fire wooden thing every year. There's this fire thing in the forest.
Okay.
They got fire because of the season. It's always like every year is like that.
Okay, nobody died?
No, because
It's okay?
because it's in the
Normal?
no people at all there. Yeah. But when they get in this season, the smoke because of the burning thing it starts here. And here in Oaxaca, if you see, Oaxaca, it's a valley. It's mountains all around. You see? That's why it comes here. Yes. It's a Oaxacan Valley.
Kyoto is like that, same.
Yeah, pretty much. And the clouds get here, and that's why they got this.
Only this season for...
Podrás. I introduce you, my friend.
Okay.
We are from Oaxaca. And we lived in Mexico City.
Hola.
Landingo. Juan.
Hola,
Hola.
Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos.
Carlos.
Juan, like Juan.
Juan. Me llamo Ai.
¿Ahí?
Ujú.
¿De dónde
Ay.
eres? ¿Ahí?
Soy de Japón.
Ah, muy bien, mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Muy bien.
So,
Llegaste justo a la
Sensei,
cata.
uf.
He just arrived in the
Okay.
exact point.
To drink.
Yeah.
Me quedé sin datos.
Beber.
¿Hablas español? Más o menos.
Pequeña.
Poco.
¿Pequeño?
Poco.
Poco. Me voy a estudiar.
¿Aquí en Oaxaca?
Sí.
Ah, perfecto. Mejor lugar para aprender
Salud.
el mejor español.
Best Spanish.
Spanish.
Choto.
Choto.
Oaxaqueño.
Oaxaqueño.
Japonés, choto. Poquito.
Choto. Sí.
And
Chihuahua.
we also raised here. We're friends from
Okay.
many years ago, and we moved
From
to
Oaxaca.
Mexico City to get the university and stuff.
Uy, quedó
Then you
chingón.
came back together? Juntos?
No.
No?
No, he kept living. Well, he traveled the world
Ooh,
several
yeah.
times,
Yeah.
and
I
then.
heard that.
Well, he maintained like Mexico City as like a checkpoint.
The
in
checkpoint.
Mexico.
Yes. I came back maybe 3 years ago or something.
Okay.
Came back to Oaxaca.
And when I left Oaxaca to live in Mexico to study, I lived by almost 8 years and a half.
8 years.
Almost the same
in
time.
Mexico City.
But at the end, I went to Brazil.
Brazil?
Yes.
So you
2
speak
times.
Portuguese?
A little shot.
Japanese,
Choto again.
Portuguese, English.
Salud.
Perfecto.
Campai. ¿Qué onda, bro? ¿Cómo vas? Bien, güey. Aquí en el hostal.
Yesterday. from
Bien, güey. Muy bien,
United
perfecto.
States.
from the United States? You're living in the States?
Pues
or
qué
just
pedo le cae si
traveling?
vamos a lo de Draca, ¿o qué?
Okay.
I don't live anywhere.
Okay. What do you do for living?
Pues es lo que andamos viendo. güey.
Sometimes
Ah, no, con tu
I
vieja
work in
ya medio la abrí,
Japan,
dije.
but
¿O quieres ir con
I do
ella?
writing,
Okay.
escribo, y
For
¿A cuál? ¿A lo de
papers?
Draca o a lo de tu vieja?
for website
Okay.
and fotografía.
Pues vente
Ok.
acá y vemos qué pedo, güey. Estamos echando unos
Yeah.
mezcales con
That's
la
all.
Mingo
Travel
y con
photography,
Ai.
or what?
Y con Ai.
Okay.
Huh?
Órale. It's a friend of us, and he was around here.
Podkowski, güey.
No, Memo.
Amigos.
Amigos.
And he asked me, what are you up to? And I told him, you come over, we're starting the degustation with Juan and with Ai.
Yeah, yeah, we're shooting
Okay.
video.
A huevo, todo tu estilo. dijeron.
Yeah.
But he has to get like this.
But no,
Yeah.
because I am the director.
No.
He's a director, film director.
Okay.
Documentalist.
He studied that.
Cool.
He studied that. So
So I will direct you tonight.
Please,
Yes.
please.
so good.
So I
That's a good shot, I think.
wanna know about the culture of Oaxaca and Mexico,
Okay.
and I wanna make my content.
Okay.
She said that she's a blogger and
Yes,
she
she
writes
told me.
and she stuff.
So I'm very
That's amazing.
interested. Yeah.
Now in the Asian market, it's like Oaxaca. It's very known. It's like beginning at the
I
start
think
of getting.
For at least Japanese people,
Okay.
they think Mexico is very dangerous.
Dangerous. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I said when I was there, it was like Mexico and they
Like
get there.
freaking out, like
Well,
that, right?
I told her about
But
my.
it's not.
But I mean, for example, in America, in Sao Paulo, there's the largest Japanese community outside Japan. It's like 20 million Japanese people in Sao Paulo. Well, in Brazil. But
I know.
that doesn't get the information that it's dangerous but not so. Like it's beautiful too. Like that 20 million people. I mean, in Mexico there is a Japanese colony too, right?
Yes,
So that
Mexico City. There's some Japanese
Like,
college.
Colonized?
Yeah.
well, not
No,
like
no
colonized,
colonized,
but
like,
barrios. Like
Colonia means here like the
uh,
when they gather
blocks.
here.
Yeah, like communities.
Community.
okay,
Yeah.
But I mean,
Community.
like
Japanese
yeah,
community. There's
colony
Some
is in the
people.
Spanish,
Mhm.
way to speak. It's
I
like a
heard that
community.
Guanajuato y Querétaro,
Okay.
there's a lot of Japanese people.
Okay.
And now because of car company,
Yes.
they make cars.
Okay.
That's why so many jobs there. Translator they need
Okay.
English, Japanese, and
Japanese.
Spanish,
Nice.
and good money.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yes, I told her when I was in Japan, I went. Actually, the friend who I stayed with in Tokyo, it's a Oaxacan friend also. He was living there he got this. ¿Cómo dices beca en inglés?
Like
Beca?
scholarship.
Beca is when you go to study and they pay you for studying.
Scholarship, yeah.
Scholarship. He got the scholarship to get 1 year there studying Japanese. My friend.
Cool.
So it was nice because I stayed with everything. It was too expensive. Everything.
True.
In
That's
in
why
Tokyo.
I left Japan. I don't want to live in Japan.
But you were working for a Japanese company.
I used to,
Okay.
but now.
But you were getting paid
freelance.
in yens. You were paid in yen or not? Like, what is Japan money?
Yen.
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 You were-
Japanese yen.
You were paid in yen.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but it was the same as expensive. Still, earning your money in yen was so expensive for you to live in Japan.
For yes,
Yes.
It's very very expensive for everyone.
expensive.
So even working and living in Japan and earning in yen, you need to do like a very good amount of money.
Yes or no? Actually,
Depends on
everything.
what you want for.
And I'm not interested about Japan anymore
Okay.
for now. I'm okay, thank you. I already spent a lot of time in Japan, so it's enough for me.
Okay. How old are you?
31 now.
Okay.
You guys?
33.
What?
33.
33?
I'm 31.
31? Same age?
31.
Maybe same age.
You-
1987?
Yeah, yeah. Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Same
Nice.
age.
But you're turning 32 this year, right?
I think so. I don't count.
But you look pretty younger.
I know.
I thought you were maybe
20.
26 or something.
And Estados Unidos,
Mhm.
they ask me ID every time when I buy beer or
Yeah, yeah,
vino.
yeah.
I'm over 30.
Come on, yeah. He was very young, but no, not anymore.
But I like it.
Nice. But always Japanese people looks younger. At least like young people looks younger, I think.
Asian people, yes. Generic.
Japanese whiskey is the reason.
Yeah, Japanese. No, but
You have tried Japanese
Sake?
whiskey? No, Japanese whiskey.
yeah, yes.
Yeah, we have kaku.
No, like whiskey, like really, you know.
Yes,
fancy-
how you call
fancy.
it when you go to the karaoke and they go the open bar? They call it one name. I went to when I was in Tokyo and with my friend. The cheap way to
Get drunk.
get drunk, you go to the karaoke and they
飲み放題?
no.
No?
How do they call it? It was it's the name of the brand, I think. What's the cheapest brand of whiskey there?
It's not kaku?
Kaku? No.
No?
No.
I have no idea.
I will remember that. But yes, you go. We went to the karaoke and they give you this open bar
Okay.
during the night.
How open?
No,
Open is as
Just
much.
open?
all you can
Not
drink.
all you can
Wow.
all you can drink, but just this whiskey.
But I mean, how much can a person drink? Like,
Yeah. But it was only this whiskey that I'm telling you. Yeah.
Only whiskey you can drink?
But Japanese whiskey. No, in that time. No, I don't even like whiskey at all. I like mezcal, not whiskey.
Yeah, mezcal is great.
Mm. Now it's a degustation. You know degustation? Degustation means because you try different kinds of tasting.
Okay.
Like a
You
taste.
taste, yeah.
Interesting.
We got this. This is the most common one. The most common, the most commercial one is this one. The one we tried.
So how many kind of mezcal do you have?
My brother has maybe 6 kinds.
6 kinds?
Yes. About 6. Yep.
So what's the
this is
difference? Agave?
the agave.
Agave.
The agave and the way they produce it and.
Good.
Muy bien. Please explain.
Okay, okay.
This is a.
Explain, you explain.
No, but I don't. My Japanese is not that very.
It's live?
So,
It's live? No.
it's not live. I don't know
It's
how
typical.
to.
The 4G here is so lame. There is no 4G.
And now.
But I'm gonna put a translation of Japanese, so it's
for
alright.
Sure. And now we will try the tobala.
Tobala?
It's other type of agave.
Okay.
That's endemic from Oaxaca.
This one just grows in Oaxaca, no other place. This is my favorite one in the world. This is my favorite one.
Actually, there is like 300 species of agave in the world.
300?
In the world. And in Mexico, there is like 50 of them. And only in Oaxaca, there are 35, like endemic.
Okay.
So it's almost 10% of all the agave in the world is endemic from here. From
See,
this
okay.
region.
Interesting.
Agave.
Do you eat agave?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Eat?
You can eat the flower, yeah.
Okay.
You eat. We here in Oaxaca we eat even the caterpillars that grows there. Caterpillars, worms.
What?
It's very tasty here.
Like chaplines?
Yeah, same.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's we have
I may try one day.
We have even in the. It's very very popular. Maybe you have tried it and you don't know that it's from the
agave
from the worm.
has this special kind of worm that eats the agave plant.
You have to.
So the
You smell
maestro
it?
mezcalero,
They
the
smell
maestro
mezcal?
mezcalero seeks
You
the
smell
worm.
it and you smell it's different than the last one.
Different.
It's very different.
It's more
Sweet.
sweet, yes, soft.
And also the flavor is totally different from the other one. You see, this has more, ¿cómo dices body? Cuerpo de.
Like
This is
No
more
sé cómo en
solid. The
inglés.
flavor is more solid. This one, more, also more sweet than
es que
the
no
last one.
bueno, y el tobala que sería si no tiene cuerpo.
Como-
Pues
O sea, yo siento que el Tobalá tiene más cuerpo que el
ah,
espadín
ok.
siempre, güey.
Ajá, sí, sí.
O sea,
Que el espadín es más liviano.
yeah,
pues.
this is light, more light than the. I mean the way it gets in it. Is the flavor is stronger. This one.
Yeah,
this
this
one.
is very
Yeah. No,
strong flavor.
strong. I mean, maybe not alcoholic, but the flavor one
Yeah.
it's stronger. Juan made a documentary of mezcal.
Several,
Oh,
Yeah.
can I
I'm doing
watch?
another one. Yeah, there's. Well, I have it
On
in
YouTube?
private because the person that pays for it are now making a huge festival for next year. So
Next
they,
year.
Yes.
Can't
in the
wait.
2020.
Okay.
It's
You have to come back again in Oaxaca.
Next year.
Next year
Oh, okay.
well,
Salud.
I'll get you a pass because it will be $3,000 the ticket.
Okay.
It will be not cheap.
Film festival.
No, it's a agave festival.
Agave festival.
Yeah, it will be a
Sounds
group
cool.
of 30 people traveling to the palenques, which is the mezcal
Palenque?
fabrics. You know, you are
I've been there.
Oh, okay.
Palenque.
well only Matatlan.
Palenque. Matatran.
No, where?
Palenque is
Yeah, for Palenque. Oh no, you mean
Guatemala.
Palenque? No, Chiapas. You mean?
Chiapas. Okay.
Nearby
Yeah,
Guatemala.
The
Yeah, okay.
Kind of.
Okay.
Pyramidas, yes?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Palenque here in Oaxaca. It is the name that the mezcal fabric
different, okay.
gets. Where you make the mezcal, it's called Palenque.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know why is it that they call it, but
So if I go there, they show me how to
yes,
make
of course.
or...
Now there is a boom of this mezcal, situation, and there is like 5 or 8 years ago, you can easily now find a tour that by
Tour?
Airbnb experience or TripAdvisor or
see, I
whatever,
see.
or Facebook even. You can search and you get easy, find a tour that take you wherever part of mezcal zone you wanna visit, because here near the center there are like 3 different areas where mezcal is made. The most
Okay.
common is Matatlan,
Matatoran.
which is near Mitla.
This is the one that I told you. Actually, my brother produced it there.
Yes, the most mezcals in the world are made in that town. The most mezcals.
Matatran.
It's a village. It's like tiny
it's a
one,
town
but,
that
but
makes-
everybody makes mezcal there.
Okay, can I make it?
I mean,
sure.
yeah.
No?
With the-
I mean, you will not make even 1% of a bottle, but you will. You can
Part
hold
of,
the
yes.
stick. And,
Sounds cool.
It's cool. It's cool. Even for us, which are from here, we go there. And
I mean, the coolest part is to visit different palenques and to see the variety of techniques and what materials they use to cook. There are some in the Mixteca near Puebla, between Guerrero, Puebla, and Oaxaca. There is this zone that is super habitat of the different types of wild agaves, which now in vogue. They're trying to have the most wild agave so they can sell a bottle $10,000 or whatever.
Ooh.
So it's stupid. But in that region, the people ferment, because the process of mezcal. No? Well, I mean,
Actually, I have to know.
I mean,
the
they
history.
cut the plant. You know what agave is, right?
Agave is...
Yeah.
Yeah?
yeah.
Plant.
Like-
Plant.
Yeah, I mean, but no tienes ningún agave, ¿verdad? Acá.
Sí, güey, aquí.
Bueno, no, pero plantado, digo. aquí.
Plantado,
No,
no.
plantado.
Bueno, tengo una sábila que se parece a una agave, pero
no
no.
tiene nada que ver.
No, you should have.
I know.
This is
Yes,
agave.
sí,
I
Aquí
You
will,
estaría
can
chingón.
spread.
I will get me voy a hacer un tatuaje de una agave acá bien verga.
Not on your body.
Yeah, I will do. My father is a painter.
Ah.
He's an artist painter here, and he made.
Well, we don't have an agave like Hamburg. Okay, they cut the leaves because they have spines and shit. And if you get pinched by one, you get like this kind of rash, like they're poisonous.
Okay.
It's the safety, disposal that they have to protect them. So they cut everything and they left the core, almost, super shaped with machete, like without any leaf.
Okay.
You get
so only inside.
you get like
Pineapple.
they call it the pineapple.
Piña.
Yeah, because it looks like a pineapple,
Sí.
but bigger, obviously, and wider. And they chop it and they cook it underground in an oven, rock oven underground. They heat the stones by fire. The whole
Stone.
day.
They fire stone.
They fire stone. So they heat it, and then they start putting well, some put some chop wood to chop wood, no? Es como leña.
Wood.
Yeah,
Chop the small.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
like
stone and the fire don't touch the pineapple, because then you get this smoky flavor. That is, if you try a mezcal and it's smoky, it's a defect.
She was wondered about what, because when she started to get the Japanese explanation, she got like, oh, it's like tequila,
Okay.
And she was like, no, it's like tequila. It was like, yes, but no,
Kind
no,
of.
it's
No, actually no.
Okay.
The tequila, the tequila at the
Different.
beginning,
Yeah, very
tequila was a mezcal.
Okay.
At the beginning, actually,
So why
actually
tequila is super famous?
because
all
it's very
over the
industrial.
world?
That's why I'm telling you. They produce like that much.
Yeah,
Also,
because
many
the
Japanese
owners
people
the
know
owners are
tequila.
Europeans and Americans. I mean, the same owner of the Don Julio or Tequila Avion or whatever you get in Japan are the same owner of Bacardi, the same owner of the Bombay gin.
The industrial thing.
Yeah,
got that.
they just
They
bought
bought,
the company
yeah.
and they
I
put a lot of
understand,
millions
yeah.
to
Yeah.
generate thousand tons and tons and tons
And they
of
sell
tequila.
cheaper price.
exactly.
And
And I was telling her that also because it's the process how they produce and cure the mezcal. It's with the
everything
and now
with the stone
yeah,
and stuff.
But there is also mezcal that is made like a tequila in a tequila way. There is
But
a
not
brand
many.
called Signum.
It's just
That is
one.
super.
It's very bad. It's the
disgusting.
worst. It's the worst mezcal. I
But
think it's the
you
only
can find
one.
it in any duty free in the world, for example.
huh?
And says Signum Mezcal. I mean that's
It's very bad. You write it down and you
Yeah.
don't buy it. You say otherwise they will say if you give someone Signum mezcal, it's not mezcal. Not even taste like mezcal. It's
Also, if the mezcal is colored, don't drink it.
that's from Bacardi company actually.
Why?
Right?
So always no color?
Yeah, always transparent. Always.
Okay.
And I mean, my preference is not to have not gusano or whatever.
What is
Between-
gusano?
Worm. Some mezcal. Have you seen what
yeah.
they have with the worm? Yeah.
Because that is
That's
just
the worm
curious.
I'm telling you.
I see.
I mean, that's just curious. I mean, that is kind of a way of invite people to drink it. I mean, it's amazing. I've been doing it. I like it.
That's pretty
But-
extreme
Yes,
looking.
No, but the taste is real. It tastes like it tastes like
because-
gusano.
because if you
It
put
tastes-
something-
you know what gusano is? In Spanish? Gusano.
Worm.
Worm,
Worm,
right?
yeah.
I
It's
never
mezcal
ate.
con gusano. Come on, there's always a first
But it's-
time.
but it's the
Come
special
on,
worm.
why can't I explain it?
But it's a special worm that grows in the agave. It's only that kind of worm. There is
Yes,
no
yes.
like an apple worm or
No.
like
Yeah.
a shit
No.
worm.
Very
No, it's agave worm.
Corpse
Agave.
worm.
Yeah, looks
Yeah.
extreme.
What about the grasshoppers? What about the grasshoppers? You already tried it?
Japanese, we used to eat
It also, yeah, right.
Asian people, but
Yeah.
nowadays No, my generation.
But you're more like living things, no? Like an octopus living.
Yes, I love
living
octopus.
Yes,
Living
It's a
octopus.
culture.
Living?
Living
What?
octopus? Like a
Alive?
alive?
Like-
No, that one.
But
But
then
I think
you
I
have,
can
no? In your, I
Yeah,
mean,
some
I saw
people
that
eat.
some people eat like baby
Squid,
octopus, yeah, squid,
Yeah.
live, fuck.
Alive? No, man.
Yeah, alive.
Never tried.
I mean, I don't know if I can handle like eating something that
Gets
tail is
into
entering
you.
my nose.
That's
don't know.
weird.
Like Old Boy, have you seen Park Chan-wook film? South Korean film
Voy a poner
director.
un poquito de musiquita. Para el
Little,
video.
little BGM.
So yeah, after it's cooked,
Uh-huh.
they cover it. Well, they put the stones are hot, ready, and they put this bed of stone wood, so the piñas don't touch the direct fire, so it gets smoky. That I was saying that if you taste some mezcal and it's smoky, there is a defect on the process. No? So then they put this wood, they put the piñas, then they put a layer of we call it petates,
Petate.
which is
It's like made from this thing. Kind of like this.
it's a how you say tejido,
France.
Los tejes.
how you say
They put like
knit?
this.
knitting,
Weaving?
yeah,
I think weave.
with
Like this one.
Knitting is.
yeah. Yeah, and then you make these rolls of that. Yeah, like it's called petate. Like here are like
I like-
little like tatamis,
See,
you know?
yes,
like,
yes,
for
yes.
tatamis. And then you cover it. Then you put dirt. Then some put more of these, or put some after cooking process. Like when you make mezcal, you get a lot of fiber extra, you know, residue. So you put that, and then you put more dirt, and then you put water, and it's like a clay house, you know, like a oven. It's only
Okay.
just the heat doesn't, you know, come out.
Okay,
it's
so
like
they
a,
protect
and
that
then
heat.
you put like a plastic
Okay.
upon them, and then you put more dirt, and then you make a hole in the center, and then you check from that hole in the top. If that agave is cooked, the whole batch is cooked, obviously. But you know, they are checking like 2-3 days, depending on heat, on cold.
So how many
because
days
it's-
you
Depending on heat, or if you live in the mountain, if it's too cold in the night, it can take 3 or 4 days to cook.
Okay.
But if you live here now in this time with no rain and super hot, 2 days is enough to
But
get
2
it
or
done.
4
And
days.
depends on the agave, what type of agave, how you chop
The
it.
volume.
If you
How
chop it in
contains.
half, and there are some piñas that weigh 100 kilos, so that's amazing piña. So it's gonna take, you know, a lot of to cook. But there is a process that has been documented by you, so they know how they do. So after that is cooked. So you can eat that pineapple. You know, you take off the layers, you take the piñas, you chop them more, and you get these pieces of like sugar cane taste.
When
Like
you
it's
go,
super, because it's the
Sweet.
sugar, yeah,
Yeah,
super
yeah.
sweet, super sweet. You taste it and you can eat the whole batch because it's super sweet, but it's only fiber and juice.
Okay.
And then you smash it, so it leaves all the juice out, and you leave it to ferment. That again depends on the temperature, you know, like 2-3 days in a hot, you know, spot is to cook like a week or more, 2
So
weeks.
depends on.
Depend on yeah
temperature.
the type of yeast. There is some leave it at natural, some leave it in this wood. How you say tina? Like
Tina?
yeah, like where you when you take a bath and you step in a bathtub, right? But if it was a wood bathtub, how do you call
Tub?
it? Yeah, like yeah.
Like things to put.
Yeah, like a recipe.
inside.
Yeah, a recipe, but huge recipe made of wood. It's made of wood because the wood can keep some yeast alive if you keep it, you know, with, how you say, wet, some kind of wet. If you put some, you know, water time and time, you maintain that kind of yeast that can help the agave to start growing this yeast, natural yeast that helps ferment and to get the flavor that you're looking, and the sound, and then you start to see these little bubbles, so that
So
means
it's
it's ready. Yeah.
fermented.
so it's fermented. Yeah, but the most common is that to do the wooden recipe because it's huge and you can keep for being wood, you can keep it with that fungus there if you keep it wet. So if you make it in aluminium, it's more difficult to add some yeast. You need to add chemical, help, and you need to buy some yeast from other stands and that stuff. There are some that put it in clay pots and put it under the earth, and they bury it and they leave it 2 days there and it's done. And there's some in the Mixteca that use cow stomachs, and they
Cow stomach?
Yeah, they put like a net of 2 cow stomachs.
Like the skin one, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
The stomach.
It's stomach and stomach. There's 2 parts because it's super resistant.
Imagine, okay.
A cow stomach
Like
is super
sausage?
resistant. No, the stomach, the cow has 3 stomachs. I don't know exactly which one is what they use.
Okay.
But they put it at the bottom and they use the skins, like that to make this net, and then they pour all the fermented agave there. They leave it to ferment there.
God.
So that
I
gives
wanna see
another extra
exactly
taste.
What?
Of course, all this that Carlos is telling you is because he was having this documentary of the every
Yeah,
day
very good.
during all
Every
this
day?
during
Can I
yes
go with you?
all
Yeah.
this how long it took, like 1 week or something, 2 weeks.
Well, no, for actually, if you document a mezcal process, you need to take like 3 weeks for only one batch. One batch, that depends on the amount of agave you get, but it's almost 100 liters. So it would be like
Under what? Little.
liters.
Okay.
But it will be like 150 bottles almost. This type of bottle. So it's 2 liters for because I focus on the artisanal product, which is traditional, producers, not the super producers of Mapatlan, which they have they have this like a microwave or even a cook pressure. You say?
Cook pressure?
Yeah, what pot pressure. ¿Cómo se dice olla de presión en inglés?
Yeah, the one that it's you literally get this pressure in.
No, this pot where you got the top.
smash?
No. You can close it super tight.
You close it and you can open it like this, otherwise it explodes.
Pot pressure. No? Pot pressure. I don't know. But
I don't
that
know
same
English, sorry.
fundamental.
How
But
is
you
in
know,
Japanese? How do you call it in Japanese? Because you're starting to forget the Japanese.
圧力釜、圧力鍋、
Okay.
圧力鍋。
So you could never.
but the fundament. Well, that same fundament is make like this half this area. They make one pot and they put all the agave there. And they close it and they have, instead of waiting 1 week, if there is super cold, they wait 8 hours and they have all the agave cooked. But that keeps them, from all this tradition of get the stones and to heat the stones and to get the flavor of the wood and that stuff. So it's alcoholic but has it with no flavor. Like they add at the end a lot of chemicals, so you can taste some. They like a lot of that mezcales are the ones that had this añejo and reposados, which are the colored ones, like brown and like this tone and this tone. This tone would be
Brown.
1 year, aged in a whiskey barrel, and this tone would be like 3 years, 3 or 5 years. It's stupid. Why you drink something that has
Old?
20 years in the ground
Like
cooking
wine,
it? Exactly.
right?
Yeah. No, actually, agave takes from 10
I don't
years
know, like
to 30
preference
years.
of people.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know about mezcal.
But you are getting to know it.
Yeah, very interesting.
That's the thing.
And
And
I think
that's why
people
you're
are
traveling.
interested.
Because you get to know different
See?
cultures and stuff.
On Sunday, we're going to
How you call yourself in the web and stuff.
I want to explore.
I
I
what?
word
Word.
explore.
I word explore. Muy bien.
I just started video, so
Okay.
I
On
know
YouTube?
I want to know how to shoot video.
Okay.
I
It's
think
super easy. What do you have? It's an iPhone you have? Or what do you
it's
have?
iPhone
Okay.
5S,
Okay.
but I have camera.
Okay.
So good.
Sony?
Photos. It's Sony
Canon.
Alpha 2.
Okay. Nice. R7? Too? Oh,
Alpha
R5?
2.
Alpha.
Alpha.
Alpha. Okay.
So. Chingate otro mezcalito, dijeras.
¿Qué más tienes, canal?
Campán.
Por ahí.
Salud.
Salud.
On Sunday we're going to a nursery. Agave nursery.
Cuiche.
If you want to
When?
go. Sunday.
Okay, I go.
Oh, mátate el
Cuiche.
So you have,
mátate el to bailar, güey. Mátalo.
have Facebook or something?
Yeah. I'll give you mine at the end because I have no data.
Data?
Yeah, like how you said. Yeah, like I can yeah, internet, yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
You need a
¿Tienes
Wi-Fi.
aquí Wi-Fi?
No sé si llegue.
No llega,
A
¿verdad?
ver. I don't know if it reached the Wi-Fi here. I don't think so.
¿Cómo se llama?
Se llama Cielo. Hostal El Cielo es uno. Y otro se llama.
Ah, sí, ya entró.
Ah, pues ese. Pues, está abierto aparte.
Sí, pero no sé si vaya.
So, what, for example, your friends and stuff, when you told them, like, oh, I come back to Mexico because I like it a lot, they think, like, oh my god, it's like so, everyone is with guns and stuff, right? Or,
They
like
say-
kind of dangerous for. When I was there,
They know
everybody
I'm-
thought, like, come on, Mexican, do you have guns with you? I was like, come on, normal people.
My friends, they know I love traveling, so I know some places.
Yeah.
So they are curious about why I like Mexico.
Mm,
So they want to
Mexico.
come here
Mm.
to know.
You
So
didn't take anyone, come on. Next time, when you come.
my boyfriend can come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, some my friends, they say they're gonna come to visit me. So
Nice.
that's good.
Nice. Yeah, you also gotta get to know these Oaxacan beaches. Are
Yeah,
amazing.
Of course.
I think in the world, or those are my top.
And the movie.
top
Really?
three. Yeah, of course. I'm telling you, I've been in some places and
Number one?
yes, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. It's like
I
it
go.
doesn't have anything. They don't.
I mean, the feel that you get when you're there is difficult to get from other beach,
Okay.
even if it's more beautiful. Or, like I don't know. Yeah.
She
like
asked me about she loved the Tulum and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
I told her like
Cozumel.
I told her like
those are
it's
beautiful
nice,
and it's amazing.
Beautiful.
but
I went to
the
Cuba.
but the
Yeah, Cuba's beautiful too.
Beautiful beach. Yeah.
but the truth is that the atmosphere there it's
Yeah,
is more
I like to stay more
strong
local, like-
one than these ones, because in the other ones it's just like tourist people and that stuff. In this one there's not tourists at all, there's more travelers there. There's like it's
Okay.
very different. It's very different to be
Are you
tourists than be travelers, you know?
How you put it? World Explorer?
Hay otros temas aparte, güey.
Mi Memo, sí, güey. Sí. Hola, yo qué pedo. Ah, World Explorer, okay. I'm gonna give a like now.
Gracias.
Then I'll write you. I'll send you a message.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
Everything's in Japanese, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
So I will have to learn.
¿Qué onda,
Do
bro?
you know
¿Cómo estás?
Yoshiro Hiroishi?
Huh?
You know?
¿Cómo estás, bro?
Yoshiro
Memo,
Hiroishi.
Memo, ay.
I
Ay.
no puedo.
Ay, como-
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Guillermo. Memo.
Guillermo.
Pero me dicen Memo.
Memo.
Saluda,
Memo.
estamos en vivo.
sí.
¿A quién?
Japón, güey.
Estamos en vivo desde
Hola.
New
desde
amigo.
World Hostel, dijera.
¿Chat roulette o qué?
Amigo.
He also is from Oaxaca. We raced together, kind of, and we lived also in Mexico City. Yes.
Coco, same universidad.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your name?
My name is I.
Ay.
Uh-huh.
Ay.
AI.
Ay, güey.
Como dolor aquí.
Maybe
I.
easiest name, yeah.
Where are you from?
From Japan, Japón.
¿Qué tal? You like Oaxaca?
Very much.
How many times?
It's
Been
the
here.
second time.
¿Así es?
Yeah, last time I've been here for less than 2 weeks. And this time I'm gonna stay here for 1 month at least.
When you arrived here.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Just yesterday.
Le escucho, ok.
Poquito. No, mejor che. Mi vasito.
Ya. Una chela, ¿quieres?
No, ahorita.
Para la gastritis, güey.
Sí.
¿Neta?
Mi repanta.
Qué hermano, sí,
Es que me eché una coca en...
Now we're tasting the third one, which is called quiche.
Quiche.
Quiche. This is the most exotic one about this drink. Exotic. Like Oaxacan people, exotic. Quiche.
C-U-I-S.
Quiche.
Es que, biche, secuestraron al
H-E.
No,
sector la
H-E.
semana
H-E,
pasada.
okay.
Cui.
Ah,
Rivera.
Yeah.
Sí,
Okay.
quiche.
Fue con el Gober, no sé qué.
¿A dónde,
Secuestran
dónde?
a Rivera, ¿no?
¿A
Bueno,
quién,
que lo
güey?
retuvieron.
¿A Arthur
Ajá.
Fred?
No.
Ah, en Juquila, güey.
Al de... Ajá.
Ah, supe, güey.
Que llegaron. Sí, aquí les vamos a repartir.
Yo pensé que
Simón.
con el gober el otro, güey.
Presta.
Y presta aquí, sí.
Yo pensé que el gober el de la papo,
El
dije, no
Fred.
llores, güey.
Sí, no. Sí.
Campana.
Me parece solo también.
Ah, well,
Oh, different.
Different.
the smell and the flavor is very different. It's more exotic and different. More wild. We call it wild here in Oaxaca.
More dirt. Like a
Took
vegetable taste.
green one. Green taste one.
Can't explain.
In time,
Don't explain it,
your
just feel
palate
it.
will get used to.
Very, but
At the
very
beginning, it's
different.
kind of different.
Very different.
Okay.
I mean, you need to give a little sip
Sip.
first, and then
Three
you need, yeah, and at the end, you need to, inhale with your mouth open,
Choco. Pinche el amigo. No olvida el
and there, inhale, yeah.
Now you can feel it better, right?
That's a retro taste,
¿Cómo es? ¿Cómo es?
el retrogusto.
¿Pero cómo es?
Le das primero un sip, luego otro, lo revuelves, y luego al tercero lo tomas y jalas.
Sí, ok.
Fumaras.
No, sí, lo tomas,
Cámara.
teniéndolo ahí, o sea, pasándolo, jalas.
Lo aguantas.
Sí. Y así es
Y luego
el
lo sacas.
sabor del pinche mezcal. No, te lo tomas. O sea, es que, haz cuenta, tomas uno. Ahí ya estás, tus papilas ya se dicen, ¿qué pedo? Ahí viene.
Pero el segundo, o sea, ¿todos los pasas o lo mantienes?
Lo revuelvo.
No,
Todo.
lo pasa. Sí.
El primero te lo
Tienes
das
que hacer saliva.
Ah, ok,
El
ok.
segundo, you need to make a saliva. So,
Saliva?
yeah, when you produce
Saliva.
more saliva,
I don't know saliva.
like this.
This is the
Ah, okay. Tsuba. Okay.
Sí, sí.
Tsuba.
More
Pero-
that you
pero-
have in your mouth,
pero el
more
primero,
taste-
¿qué pedo?
More tastes you
Water.
can
¿El primero qué
taste.
pedo? ¿El primero es derecho o el primero es como que una
No, el primero es
enjuagada
un
de
sip,
que-
ajá, es un sip, es una enjuagadita rápida, pues nada más para que tus papilas digan, ay,
Ahí
qué
te va.
pedo, ajá.
Ah, huevo, ah, huevo.
Y luego el segundo ya le enjuagas para hacer la saliva. El segundo enjuagas la boca y haces saliva, esperas ahí un ratito, y ya que sientas que ya estás, pues ya estoy chido, ahora sí, para besar
Pero-
la dijera,
cámara.
y ya le das.
Y ya el tercero sin lima.
Okay.
Así, güey,
Cuando lo jalas,
o sin toser.
cuando lo tomas, lo jalas.
Es
El
que
tercero,
sí, lo
el
pones,
tercero.
Lo pones acá abajo de la lengua.
El
pues.
tercero.
Ajá, lo pones abajo de la lengua y le
Okay,
jalas,
change.
cabrón. De la lengua.
Here.
Muy bien.
Like that?
Oh, muy bien. You're talented with the camera. I can see.
Yes. You are in the law, the third, you know, the third rule.
Third?
Are you familiar with the Fibonacci number? No. No.
Qué variado. Rocco.
The Fibonacci number. This.
You,
no.
I think your face it's in the center of the Fibonacci number. Your image.
This center.
Okay.
That is the rule of thirds. If
Sí,
you
okay.
have this view,
Sale así.
yeah.
Sure. Así las
You know
cosas.
the attention
First
point,
guys
yeah, the
point.
attention point is there, and there.
Puede ser cuadrícula o puede ser
And
Fibonacci.
even more,
point?
Sí, ok.
Fibonacci number.
Ajá.
Fibonacci. It was the Italian.
Fibonacci?
I thought of it.
It's a last name.
Like Da Vinci.
Exactamente.
Yeah, he was a thinker. But that is just visually, you know, like candy.
Pero aparte el bicho, el Ana la tiene en la mente.
Obvio, güey, pinche
De
este.
Fibonacci number.
Pinche Torbe.
I think your face is in the center. And we are all in the. We're in the.
That's the secret of the producer. Producer, yes.
Yes.
¿Cuándo practicamos esto?
Artesanía.
Exacto,
Súper.
artesanal.
Súper.
Artesanal.
Artesanal.
Sí.
Why Oaxaca has so much artesanías?
Because it's
Like
the
art?
environment. Yeah, it goes with it. There's a lot of culture here. People, the people,
Why?
we are nice.
People
Because-
have call to do that kind of things.
¿Tienes agua,
Saying,
Canel?
because the
En
environment.
sí, güey, en la cocina.
No. Y
te las traes, dijeras. Qué variado.
To make an elephant, a tiger.
I heard this phrase, Oaxaca is many native people
Yeah.
from
Culture.
Asian.
And different
Yeah.
and different native people. From different.
So you speak another language?
No,
Guys, no?
I know.
We know words. We
Like
know words.
Zapotec?
Yes, words in Zapotec. Like numbers.
Mayan.
Like,
language.
¿cómo era? Gallo, chupa, tapa, que es el 1, 2, 3.
It's a mix of different native cultures,
Mhm.
but we all got mixed, you know. It's all the people, and we got like really mixing culture and food and different things that no other place. Maybe the only one that I could maybe compare is with India, which
India?
is like yes, it's just like this. It's because there's like so many different cultures and all they are mixed up. And but also the people get used that there's. I mean, we know that we're all the same, you know, even though we're different, you know, with our cultures.
You guys share.
Yeah, and we invent
Sounds
with
cool.
different.
Sweet.
Could be like that. I mean, we're from here. We know how it's here, and I think it's like kind of like that, right?
And these cultures
Son
have
mexas, ¿no?
No, de what? Pues es que dice que la banda aquí sí es
Goodness?
distinta.
Goodness.
Like
No,
Dios,
creo que no.
like,
Habló en chilango.
like
¿no?
God.
Sí,
God.
ok.
La otra
But
ahí creo que
different.
era otra.
Pues hubieras dicho.
Many-
Es que le dije a mi hermano, güey. Le dije,
Oye.
no seas capullo, güey. Tienes que poner que. Porque ellos lo encuentran en
Yeah,
World Hostel.
yeah.
Le dije, güey, ponle en el puto letrero de World Hostel de que, pues claro, güey. Puta, mezcal de la casa.
So you believe
suco.
different gods.
Pues sí, güey.
Okay.
Es que no-
and monotheism.
¿Qué te dijeron?
you know, but
¿Chilangas o qué?
Okay. I see.
¿Chilangas o qué?
So Muslim people, Christian people, they have one God.
yeah,
This is
But-
what Oaxaca.
Japanese,
Oaxaca.
we have a different, a lot of kind of God.
Porque yo vi a dos que estaban ahí, dos güeras, y estaban hablando entre ellas inglés y no eran mexicanas.
Cuando yo te estaba hablando en inglés, o luego le pregunté en inglés, ¿dónde están los mexicanos?
there's a thing that they can do different handcrafts that have
Seguro no quiere comer con
that
mezcal.
surreal faces of the
No sé, estabas tú.
Ah, bueno.
So it's
Con la cámara.
handcraft and religion is very related.
Yeah, it's really related. Las artesanías con la religión.
Mhm.
Con el
And also you have to recognize that Oaxacan people are very cozy and nice, warm people. But they're really easygoing people here in
Cool.
Oaxaca. Yeah. And the food is the best one ever.
Yes.
Anywhere. So maybe it's kind of spicy for you, but we got like really this chili different mix.
What is Oaxacan traditional food? What is it?
What do you mean? What is it?
Like your number one? Yeah.
But
What is?
there's not a number one.
Like tacos is
Los
No,
itemoles.
Oaxaca is-
like
Los itemoles son los tradicionales.
No mames, o sea,
Like
si me
mole,
preguntas a mí, yo te
mole.
diría una tlayuda, o unos chapulines, o unas garnachas. There's not one real Oaxacan place.
I think
There's so many
Would be
different.
grasshoppers and
grasshopper.
Really, they're
no,
delicious
like
ones.
this, some soup,
It's
some
hard to
cactus soup.
try.
Cactus soup,
Cactus
yeah.
soup.
Yeah.
Cactus? Yeah, cactus.
Che,
Yeah.
miel dice. Sopa de miel.
Here in the valley, there is a lot of cactus.
Mhm.
So before the Spaniard came, they don't get this, mixed with fat. They cook only, like tortillas and a lot of corn. Like, so it would be of tamales. But tamales,
Yeah, actually, you know
what is
tamal. You know tamal?
the same corn.
It's very popular in all Mexico.
It's like a
But-
dough. The same dough that which you make tortillas.
Okay. You steam and
Exactly.
inside the
you,
reed.
you make like a
Okay,
hole
okay,
in the
okay.
center. You put the
You think.
yeah. You put it in the middle. Yeah, right in the middle.
He doesn't know at
And
all.
it gets super moisty in that shit.
That's
Super
good
It's very nice.
stuff. Oaxacan culture.
I mean, I don't know if you can compare it with millennial culture and Japanese culture, but
Our culture is very different, I think.
yes, super different.
Yeah,
I
we
mean, this
have
is
sushi,
a mix of culture.
udon. We eat a lot of noodle and rice. We don't eat a lot of corn.
But I
We
mean,
don't have tortillas.
but in general, Asians get first everywhere in the world, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, you have more the triple of history to tell.
Okay,
Yeah.
like Chinese.
Yeah, in general,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have history, I think.
It's the first race.
La primera raza.
Chinese.
Asian persons.
I have no idea.
The first
But
visitor.
But people say black people are first.
But for example,
Human.
I know some things about the Japanese culture and stuff. For example, kanji.
Kanji?
You took kanji from Chinese, right? I mean, it's older kanji
Yeah,
Chinese
we imported.
because they got three different
Yes,
kinds of
kanji,
writing
hiragana,
in katakana.
We mix.
and one of they mix it depending on stuff, and the one which is the more complex, they imported
Kanji?
the kanji they
From
imported
China?
from China.
Awesome.
But I think they might be ancient as China, just like Japan and China, same ancient years or like that, right? I mean, I didn't.
Mongolia, por ejemplo, seguramente es antes que China, ¿no? Mongolia. ¿Cómo se dice Mongolia?
Mongolia y
Mongolia.
China is
Dice
different.
Ah,
It's
it's
different.
No, but he mean it's older, even
older than
Chinese?
China.
older than
Older
Mexican,
China.
older than everything.
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I think
different part of
it's
world.
just
They
like
have civilization and
it's,
culture.
yeah, it's just like when Mexico or Peru and stuff is like same ancient thing. They just got mixed and stuff. But I don't know if maybe it's just like the same ancient thing.
I don't know, I think Celtics, Mongolian, and por ejemplo los aborígenes, the aborígenes and Africans,
Aborigine?
and Africans, they are the first. But Celtics too, Celtics and
¿De dónde son los celtas?
de Noruega.
Okay.
Esos sí son vestigios antiquísimos, son super older.
Like people say Chinese history is oldest in Asia.
Okay.
Like I don't know how many years ago they are.
Like 10,000 years.
No, like Jurassic Park.
Because
No, pero
Mexico, el president of
10,000
Mexico,
millones.
sí,
No.
primero dijo 10,000 y luego 10,000 millones. Because the president of Mexico, which is a clown, I don't know,
What?
it's
Is
a
it
very
political?
very bad president. Very
Now?
Yeah, now.
Okay.
It was the third time he contended for being president. The first he lost,
But
the
people
second
like
he lost.
him, that's why he continued,
I don't-
right?
Yeah. Because people like him.
Mostly
That's
people.
the
I
People,
hate.
not you guys.
No, I hate him.
But the wage of the people.
He said 2 days ago.
Majority.
2 days ago, he said Mexican people are.
have already imprint, and we have domesticated several animals. When
Sorry, domestic.
domesticated some animals
Uh-huh.
in their living, and in New York there were still buffaloes, eating from the
Buffaloes.
grass and that shit. And to make a comparison like that, now we have.
But he said it was 10,000 million years ago. He said that.
Yeah,
He said that.
I
He said
read
that.
an article. In
Yeah.
Mexico, it's #1 country of like
Stupid.
dead species you
Yes.
have.
Dangerous.
So dangerous. Yes. You have to protect them.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Tell that to the president,
Nature.
to the stupid president. Tell that.
Yeah. Maybe later. So you have a lot of nature and you can protect still. You
I
can
mean,
save still.
It's the same as the people. Mexico is a super violent country, but violent in the way that there is a
Do you think is it true?
civil war. I mean,
Pero
it's
más
a
con
civil war. It's a civil war. It's a war between.
Do you want water?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, you need to drink water between mezcal.
Yeah.
That's the secret. Yeah, that's the secret.
Secret.
Yeah. There's a war between drug cartels, like
Drug cartel?
Yakuza mafia,
Yakuza? Okay.
like the Yakuza,
Mafia.
against
I
people.
think their body.
Oh, it's
Nobody.
bad.
Don't worry.
Just
We'll make
bad.
you a essay with,
Okay. True.
with all our points of view. But yeah, it's like the Yakuza start killing little communities that want to protect themselves from them and from the government. Because the government in the 70s, even from the 60s, started to make the Yakuzas, like to give money to the Yakuzas. So that
Government?
So that Yakuzas would protect the governors and little, we call them caciques.
Leaders.
Yeah, like majors in cities, They, besides to have the police and their own security, they pay these other groups to
Mercenaries. Like merchants.
to abduct people and shit. So they start growing and growing and growing, and they can do whatever they want to kill families and to rape women and shit.
That's
So
very
they
bad.
start to grow, and they took control of drugs, which is super important because Estados Unidos is the first, consumer of drugs in the world, the United States. So if you control the passage of drugs through Mexico, which is the main entrance to drugs, you get a super wealthy drug cartel, which is called Mexican government. So it's very difficult to take apart an institution that is federal and it can divide into states and into cities, but it's the same organization, only with other names and different powers. So the little communities that are, for example, Oaxaca has a lot of little communities that are difficult to get. That's why here you can see a lot of us are small or with this indigenous, how you say, rasgos,
Indigenous group.
yeah, indigenous faces,
Okay.
like or tongue skins or whatever, like bodies. Yeah, because when the Spaniard came, they hide in the mountains, so it was difficult to them to get them by horse, and like for the Spaniards to get in the
Spaniard
mountains.
people?
Yeah. When they get to
thank you.
colonize Mexico, it was so difficult for them.